Whoops. Nothing creepy about that.
What is going on, All Terrain Nation? Whether it be two-wheel drive,
Four-wheel drive.
This is how we're starting the show now, guys.
That is right. That is how we're starting to drive. This is your All Terrain Nation, presented by who, Kelly?
Nobody right now.
Well, that's true. Damn it. I really need to actually finalize something and get that done. But anyways, what is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Sunday. Yeah. It's Sunday's the fun day, right?
Sunday.
That's right. That's right. But we're ready to go. We got A team, B team, and we got Miss Allie Du Bois over there in up there in Michigan.
Up there.
That way, I think. And we're here to talk some cars, trucks, and maybe some SUVs, because we have an SUV out in the driveway. We're gonna get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Jess saw a picture of it. She said it was kind of pretty. So we'll discuss it a little bit. I had a video drop on it a couple hours ago. So thank you to all who have watched it. Kelly, something we haven't done for a while. I'm gonna give you this. Because we haven't said.
Could you prepare me sometime?
No, not at all. That's the fun of these things. We haven't said hi to people in quite a while, and we need to do that.
This is fun. This is fun for you when you throw me off. Well, see, it's not fun for me when you throw me off.
Pour a bourbon. So yeah. So that's why I'm doing this.
Oh, do I need to do this? Hold on.
Nope. It's not there.
Oh,
really?
What?
Oof.
Wow.
I know.
I don't matter anymore.
Cheers, everybody.
Anyway, good evening, Rob Hallmark. Mark King in the house and on the screen.
What?
I'm everywhere.
Douglas Blair checking in this evening. Douglas Blair says, Dave's still working on opening the Sunday bottle of bourbon.
Just opened it.
And he also says, the new wheels are going to be interesting. Will Dave spill the beans as Kelly tries to keep his yap shut? You know us so well.
Patreon saw it first.
That was messaged too.
And then members just got to see it a few minutes ago.
Ford Enthusiast says, what's up, everyone? Rob Hallmark says he released it on Patreon. And
so you know what that means, Kelly? If they're not on Patreon or members,
that's it.
We're late to the party.
Douglas Blair says, can't Allie sponsor Dave?
I think Allie's done sold us enough things.
I think so. TN Code Monkey checking in this evening from Chattanooga, and Ford Enthusiast saying hello.
We will be in Chattanooga soon, Kelly, for Chattanooga whiskey.
Oh, didn't know it was on the calendar.
It's coming up. I didn't say soon is relative. It could be next year.
That is true with this one. It could be because
I'm 50 now, man. Soon's getting closer though. Everything's getting sooner.
He doesn't make lists. That's right. I asked him
I made a list right there. Look at that.
I know. I'm very proud of you. But I asked him because he'll ask me.
Pinky up.
He'll ask me something to do. He'll be like, "We need to do this," and I'll say, "You need to put it in a list and give it to me because I can't operate off of giving me things that I have to do without a list." And he says, "Okay." And then in a month, he says, "We really need to do that." Never gave me the list. Anyway,
I can send you an email like the good old days at work. Like, I don't know. Send me an email.
Well, here's the thing. We share notepads in our phones.
Whoa, not on public TV. We don't. Jesus.
On iPhone, they have
a family channel.
What the hell is happening?
I don't know, Allie.
Sorry, I'm wound up.
This is my life.
I know. Hold on.
Yes, Hold on. Absolutely. If I could get him into spreadsheets and sending me spreadsheets, life would be much different, but it doesn't.
We can hear Allie. I think she fell down.
She said she had to step away for a moment.
Okay.
So let's see. Alciano Ford in here. Ford video guy. Is it time for ATN? And yes, it is. And Bud Guy 8829.
Cheers, but I don't think I've seen Bud Guy in here in a while. Thank you for coming in.
So Douglas Blair notepad, you can put images in it. So you can actually drop images in it because our daughter will actually create her Christmas notepad
I
And
think
she
Mark's.
shares
I
it.
think Mark's daughter does this.
No,
same
she
thing.
does a PowerPoint for
Oh.
him.
It's like a
Full PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Full PowerPoint. So anyway, so yes, you can. I didn't know if you know that or not, but you can add images to it.
My dad makes me just create an Amazon list,
That's pretty smart.
and he just shops from it.
That's pretty smart, actually.
I tend to want to buy people things they don't ask for. Those that would be against my.
This one.
Well,
It's a
'cause,
gift
like,
from me, not from what you
I'll
want.
add it throughout the year, and then he just like picks from it. I'm just like, whatever.
Well, and I think you can make it where you as the gift recipient doesn't see what they bought you.
And
So-
Mark works in the Amazon list. Parts, auto parts.
Gosh, can I
Oh, I know.
speak tonight? You're driving me crazy.
I'm trying
Wait,
to.
I have a Bronco parts wish list on my Amazon.
Hey, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
I mean, nobody buys me anything from it except me.
Oh, I'm sure. Look at Mark just turn the head like, what the stuff?
He got a whiplash.
Oh, there should be some true whiplash because at SEMA, she literally just mentioned this Bronco that she saw in one of these little toy Bronco. And before she even pretty much said, yeah, we should get that if it ever shows up in your store, it was on the way from Amazon.
I
Like,
don't think we had walked away from the booth yet, and Mark had already ordered it.
I don't think so either. So,
It's
DM
back
on a
here somewhere, by the way.
right? I don't doubt that at all. On a more serious note, deal me in for 2024. Thoughts and prayers for everyone who suffered damage from the storm. If you did, I hope it is just material things. Completely agree. Same sentiments from us.
We did figure out that it went over my previous house.
Yeah. Over his
In
house way before we got together.
yeah. So I haven't been out there to check because really I don't want to know.
Yeah.
My old house is gone. But
Yeah.
we did know it went over there.
But yeah,
it
I don't.
skipped us. It
I
just
think
skipped
for us, it didn't hit our area quite as bad as Missouri because Missouri, I think the last count was 32 people
wow.
passed in that.
Wow.
And then of course now there's flooding and everything too.
What
in
was there?
different
Something
areas.
who was talking last night? Was it you? Was it Justin brought up the Guinness Book of World Records that somebody might have went?
No, it was on TV.
Oh, so
No, it was on Ryan Hall, y'all.
yeah. So we're watching Ryan Hall, y'all, and because it works great on your phone, so Kelly and them got safe, and I'm out like an idiot trying to film the storm outside, and Kelly goes, "Hey, so we think the Guinness Book of World Records was broke by a person."
I didn't say it. The guy did.
Well, she flew how far? A quarter of a mile.
Quarter of a mile. A storm took her, and
she
threw her.
survived.
And she
Oh my
survived at the moment. And then they said, this is expected to be the Guinness Book of World Records. And I said, well, does the tornado get the Guinness Book of World Records? Or does she? Because she was thrown. Like, I don't know how that works.
They share it. They'll both get one. They'll both get.
In all seriousness, though, I hope she's okay because I
Yes.
know they were saying she was pretty bodily damaged, but she
think
was
she was
still
shaken
alive when
up?
they found her. Sir, I'm saying.
These are real questions.
Please don't.
Anyways, no,
Please.
we do. In all seriousness, yes, no, that is severe. We're Tornado Alley now, so
We are. We
not
are.
you, Alley. We're our own alley over here.
Get it?
That
Dad
was her own
jokes.
tornado.
I'm 50. I can
Yes.
do that now. I can make those dad jokes.
Oh, you could have made them.
I am my own tornado. I am my own worst enemy.
That is true. But so tonight we've got I think a good show. I mean, you might not, but before we get into tonight's good show, I want to stress that come April, live streams will be on ATN podcast only. So I'm moving it all over there. For whatever reason, YouTube's decided that it hates this channel for some reason right now. I don't know if it's not showing everybody the videos when we launch them, but views are way down. So I'm going to try to move that over there, and we'll see if it works. If it works, it works. If not, we will do definitely clips from that show. We'll start appearing here, so you won't miss anything. But if you haven't yet, go ahead and smash. I guess I probably should put the link in there, right, Kelly?
Probably so.
Would that be a smart thing?
I
to
mean,
do?
that might be the smart thing to do.
But
Sometimes
see.
you make
But
smart.
Let's
it's
see.
Dave, so
I know. All Terrain Nation podcast. If you must know.
no one can see you.
Oh, is it Puppy over there trying to
I
get all
see
the
Maya's
attention?
ear above your
I,
name.
I was just gonna say I
Your
see an
one little
ear.
just
It's like right there. No one can see you. Sorry.
She's like, ah.
But,
There's a face.
all
There's
right.
a pretty face.
So,
We actually saw a Tennessee version of you, Allie, tonight because there
Ooh.
was a gray Bronco and it had a darker husky, but it had a husky popping out the window. And I told Dave, I was like, there's the Tennessee Alley.
Copycat.
Like Joshua Rittenhouse. Oh wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Who told me?
Happy Monday night.
Yeah. Question mark.
Yeah, so if you guys missed it, we're moving to Sundays for a little while, probably quite a while, just because between our daughter's schedule, yeah, we're silly busy, and it's
Yes.
either sometimes we'll make it late or we won't make it at all. And it's looking like quite a few Mondays are not making it all.
Yeah,
So
and so back to like we're moving podcast come April to the channel over at All Terrain Nation Podcast, and go ahead and smash the like button, hit subscribe on that, and ring that bell for me, please, because when you do, I don't know why YouTube's got 14 different steps you have to do to know when your favorite channels drop something. But it's almost to the point of if you don't do a backflip, you got some beagle ears on a stick, you got to shake like this so they pop in the air, and you pray to the YouTube God, then you don't know about these things. So when you hit the bell, it definitely allows
so
that.
definitely check that out.
And,
The link was put in the comments.
Yes, I put it in there, and I will do it once again later down the road. So it's show season. I'm excited. Weather here in Tennessee is getting all just springy, which is bad because we have Bradford pear trees in our backyard, which smell like God's piss, like they're awful.
Wow, why are you going to refer to it as that?
Well, it's probably smelling.
Awful.
But only for
Probably.
like one more week and then it's over.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the smell hasn't hit our house yet. I haven't smelled it yet. But Sid was at a softball game the other night, and they were in the dugout, and they were like, "What is that stinks?" And our poor daughter, because we live behind 3 massive Bradford pears, she goes, "It's the trees." And she goes, "No, it's not." They were like, "No, it's not. It can't be the trees. They're just so pretty." And she's like, "Trust me, it's the trees." And then somebody came up and put a flower in one of the other players' hair. And was like, "It's the trees. Like they're just nasty."
Look at Douglas Blair coming in clutch. He
Thank
is
you,
a clutch
Douglas
player.
Blair.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing as well. Douglas has got us on. He said 50,000 subscribers this year.
Oh,
Yeah, Douglas, if you can help me get that,
yeah. I mean,
I will do special content just for you, sir.
sold.
That's right. But so it's event season, and we've talked about a few of these coming up, and we've got some plans. I know we're gonna Mark and Jess and Kelly. We're all gonna hit the Iron Gap, which you've seen a video I've dropped here. We're gonna do it a little bit more extreme this time, though. We're going up it. Which should be a lot of fun. But Jess is like, whoa, what?
Excuse me.
Yeah, but we're gonna have fun. We'll be safe, with you, Jess. We don't want to scratch your pretty new Bronco.
Yeah, we don't do crazy things.
But
We
we've got some. There's some trips to Windrock coming up that we want to get in. And first up is Supercell. It's always our first. It's our first event. And you guys, clearly, if you've been around, we're going to talk about Supercell.
Well, before we go to
Oh, wait.
Supercell.
Breaking news. What, Kelly?
Before we go to Supercell, we can't really say why we're going, but we will be in San Diego.
Oh, yeah.
And we will be.
Well, I think we can on that. That's
we're not.
Don't break the rules.
We haven't been
Dave.
told there's an embargo, but we're not taking any chances.
something for Ford.
That's all we can say is we're going to San Diego for Ford. So that'll be at the end of
If you've ever seen the South
End of
Park
March.
episode
beginning of April.
where they go to San Diego, it's an
Very
interesting
beginning of
place, I hear.
April, and then we will be. Then our next trip is. So.
Yeah, and then what, a week and a half later we'll be in Supercell. So we're gonna come back super sunny and tanned, and
Hey, this time you're not overnighting a drive there, so
I honestly I might rather have done that than to fly the 4.5 hours from San Diego to here. But we've never been.
But
to
there's
San
a
Diego.
span. There's a span.
Yeah.
We'll be back on like the 4th of April, and
Yeah.
then
oh my
19
God,
days later.
fine.
Ford Video Guys, he said he can talk about it. That's true. Hopefully Tim
What?
got the
Message
info
me.
on
I
it.
want to know.
No, we can't talk about it. Sorry. Kelly said we couldn't.
Wow.
Sorry, Allie. I would have
I
talked
said-
about it all.
No, I
a long
said
time ago.
message me.
Anyways, it's to drive something or to something funds. But yes, so Supercell, let's bring up this Allie, which is a big part of Supercell now. She didn't just fall in love with the event, she started doing social media for the event. And about a month or two ago, I guess we had Tom on here. Allie, how's it looking so far? I know Tom doesn't release numbers, but do you guys start to feel the excitement because the last Supercell was in the fall, for what was it, West or whatever they call it. So everybody's itching to go, right? Are you guys starting to go, it's like a month. What did you say earlier? 37 days away, something like that?
Yeah, I think it's like 37 days away. Not really. Like every time I talk to Tom, like he's cool, calm, collected. I'm more like I'm panicking on my side. Like, do I have all my posts scheduled, like ready, scheduled? Like,
Yeah.
I need to format everything to like Facebook and Instagram, so it's like scheduled just in case I don't have service, which is very common. So it's like
Very.
that's why I'm stressed.
Yeah.
And then I have like travel plan stress, but that's between me and my mom and now my grandparents. So
Well,
yeah.
and then of course puppy. There's always the puppy thing. You know,
Yeah.
you've got, of course, you know, we see her walking around behind you occasionally, so she seems to be doing okay. I know the last update you kind of gave on your social medias was like, I guess she's having a little issues, but you've gotten a lot of love out of that little puppy, more than I think you thought you were going to get. So
oh, for sure. Like every time her vet, like, so we have to go to because they zapped her brain basically, for the radiation, and so we have to go in every 2 months, and they have to make sure like she's still, like, she can hear, she can see, she can walk, like all of that stuff. And they're like, they have no exclamation, like they don't know why she made it as long as she has. She's like, this isn't normal. I'm like, well, like, here we go. But she does have a tumor in her nose now, unfortunately.
Oh, so it's spread a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Cancer sucks, but
Yeah.
you know, I mean, she's playing with her toys. She's doing really good. So we just take it a day at a time.
That's it.
So, but no, Supercell will be fun. My grandpa ended up hurting himself. So now my mom is driving to Florida, I think next week, to get my grandparents down there. Because, like, he doesn't care that he's hurt. He cares that he's missing in time in Florida.
oh yeah.
Like, I love him to pieces. But they're so frustrating. Like,
So
that's
it
his
wouldn't be a
concern with
Supercell.
Florida.
It wouldn't be a Supercell for you, Allie, if there wasn't like all kinds of family issues, like just the drama of animals and everything to get you there.
Exactly. So, like, what's new? So I know my mom's coming down, and we'll be there within a certain time frame, and then I have to take her to Knoxville so she can fly down to meet my grandparents to drive back up north.
Oh, well, it kind of works out for you then.
A little bit.
Yeah, and hey, you're not selling some redneck idiot from Tennessee a vehicle at the midnight hour before you're supposed to leave. I mean,
Yeah, so I get to leave, like, I get to sleep for more than 2 hours.
right.
It's crazy.
Right.
Can't
That
wait
was
for
still
that.
that was
Oh.
still a fun adventure.
And then I don't know if I'm gonna announce it anyway. Mike and I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything.
Here, wait, hold on.
Wait, what? Yeah, we're not doing that.
Damn it, she has
She
control.
says you have too much power. I have too much power to be able to do, so you
In
can't
the
have
slightest, not doing that. Mike and Amy Clouds are coming.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice. If you guys don't know, Texas off rodeo. They're the legends.
So
there.
she forgot. I didn't realize how many people didn't realize I was doing Bronco driver socials.
Yeah.
And she had commented to somebody like, "Oh, see you there."
You know what that means?
Huh?
She doesn't watch our show.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks a lot,
lot.
Amy.
Amy. But she like had commented like, "See you there." So I screenshot it and send it to her. She goes, "Shit, you weren't supposed to see that." I'm like, I run their page. She goes, "Oh, I forgot." Okay.
So
I'm very excited.
anything else that we can talk about Supercell? I know there's registration is open right now.
Well, and I think there have been some new events that have been announced since we've been on here for a month.
Yeah,
the,
we have
movie.
not talked about it yet.
The drive-in or something.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a drive-in movie, which I think that'll be super fun. That's on Wednesday night. And then Thursday night is Bronco Off Rodeo Tennessee open house. I don't know for sure what's going on there. But it's gonna be super fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that
And then of course on Saturday we have the patch exchange or trade.
Oh, that
at
we
our
haven't.
booth.
Yeah, we haven't got to really like officially announce it, but
No,
yeah,
but it's on the schedule.
it
so
is
it's
on the
official.
yeah. Well, clearly, look at us.
I know.
Look at all four of us or five of us. We're
Dave's
official
like,
people.
"Hey, we need to like narrow down a time and like put it in." I'm like, "Well, Tom's already decided that because it's already printed on schedule."
So what is it? 11 a.m.
No,
something.
it's 12.
11 for the podcast and
Yes.
12 for the
Exchange.
sticker and patches swap.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I encourage everybody listening or coming to the event, and we'll help get the word out past this, but come hang out at our booth. Come be a part of the podcast. I'm as stupid in person as I am right now. So if you like
Accurate.
seeing a redneck idiot,
Me and Jess are like, yeah.
well, hey, look at that. I got 2 ladies' approval on that. Well, 3 now. But no, seriously, come hang out at 11. Let's have fun with that. We'll probably broadcast just a little bit of the patch stuff as well, the sticker patch swap. We have our stickers ready. We showed them last week, so that's going to be fun. We will have some patches, but I know everybody likes trading patches, but we've got them for sale. And Kelly
stickers.
Yes, we definitely have lots of free stickers, but the patches got a little expensive this year.
Yeah.
So
they've been a little
I
expensive.
don't know, like,
but
what I want to do.
she's like, Mom, you know. Don't act like you don't know.
God damn. Anyway, she's not used to this on Sunday night. Sunday nights
I
are
know.
usually our time. But I don't know what I want to do for stickers because I did the poster last year.
Yeah.
I might just like leave a poster up and whoever wants to stick one on there, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we made the mistake of putting them on the back of Rebecca, and so they didn't.
Poor Alcione had to rip them all off.
Yeah,
Oh,
she had to
it's-
rip
I
them
don't
off.
know
actually
if people rip mine off.
I got a message from the dealership when I traded in my 22, like the guy cleaning up my Bronco on my Instagram account, because that was still on the back of my truck too. Yeah, he sent me a picture of like half the stickers gone and like cleaning solution and stuff. And he's like, these stickers are on here really well. Sorry, man.
My
Sorry,
bad.
buddy.
Laura with Alcione says sticker swap still on for Saturday. You said right, 100%.
Yep.
It's Saturday, and we're on the schedule.
Yep.
So
And then, are we announcing what we plan to do?
yeah. So Jess had a perfect idea, and
I was talking about the other thing too.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what
my
this
God.
announcement is.
what did we do last year?
Don't say it so loud if we're trying to be quiet.
What the hell's happening?
Oh, look, they took us.
They're like,
Oh,
please hold.
please hold.
We're back.
Hi guys.
Welcome in.
So did we figure out the day?
Well, if Wednesday and Thursday are taken up by Bronco Driver, the only
Friday.
day left is Friday.
That's right. So Friday we will be at the company.
Yeah.
We're which is a nice I should have
It's
been
a distillery.
I should have been drinking it
You
tonight,
should have
but
been drinking it.
they do a nice bourbon. They have I feel like they
Great
have a little bit of
food.
everything, but the food's
They do
great.
food.
Pesto fries, 100% worth it.
Yes.
I'm trying to get skinny now just so I can eat a bunch of pesto fries.
True story.
in a couple
and
weeks.
the social that's across the street. So yeah, so
So we will be holding when is the Bronco driver thing in? Is it 6 or 5? I can't remember.
That was fine.
I
on
think
the
it's
schedule over there. Scroll down.
Oh,
I think it's like 5:30.
okay. So
Stop. 4 to 7. So George is having a poker run.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's
they do
Georgia.
that every year.
Yeah. We're Tennessee. We're better than that.
Yeah, so we'll probably head over there probably like 5.
Yeah,
So
because
we'll
everything shuts
anticipate-
down in this little
Yeah.
town at 8. So, but we're gonna host an event over there, not like a meet and greet like we're anybody, but if you want to come out, hang out with your Broncos,
and just join.
yeah, and just join in and have some food, have some fun. Everybody talk.
Oh my gosh, we have to celebrate Rob's birthday.
It is Rob's birthday. I did forget about that.
Hey.
And Rob, we're gonna have to get Rob a cake or something.
Yep.
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 It's a done
We
deal.
gotta
Rob.
do something.
Is Rob coming? Because he asked if it was going to be live on Saturday. So does that mean you're not going to be there, Rob?
Yeah.
No,
Rob.
he's going.
He's
going.
Rob.
Well, I'm just asking because he asked if it was a live podcast.
Yes, it will be live.
Yes.
Laura, you'll be done by like 6 o'clock at Off Rodeo. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Laura, poor Laura. It's like I've already heard her schedule this year, and I'm like, well, it's a little better than last
Honestly,
year.
Laura, you probably won't even want to eat food by the time you get to the company because the food's so good at
Yes.
Off Rodeo.
I'm telling you, pesto fries. And what is it?
No. At Off Rodeo.
You guys went opposite directions with that one.
I sure did.
I'm just thinking about them that and that Italian sandwich. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
about that. Which
But yes.
the same people that do the company's food does Off Rodeo's food.
No, it doesn't. It's not the same.
Lies.
It's lies.
It is lies.
The Abbey does the Off Rodeo.
Sorry.
The Abbey is not what's
Yeah.
at the company.
Sorry, it's been a long day, people. Just
So the Abbey does the food at Off Rodeo, and there is another company. I can't remember.
anyways,
what it's called.
back to this. So we're
But yeah.
all right. Here we are, right here. Wait, that's Nashville Early Bronco. That's
That's
Saturday.
noon.
Wait, this is 11
That
a.m.
is.
Right, 11 a.m. for live.
That says Nashville Early Bronco, which is John's
Oh,
channel.
you don't have the. Hold on.
Oh, the website hasn't been updated.
I have the actual schedule. Please hold.
Alex got it all. Enhance.
Old.
Enhance.
Yes.
Enhance. Would you like to know more?
No, and
Y'all
I'm
just
sure
talk
John and them
amongst
will do something
yourselves,
too.
Okay?
Oh yeah, that's last year's schedule because the 20. No, that's not. Never mind.
No, it's not. Hold on.
Sorry, we're a professional show, as you can tell. But no, I'm definitely I need a good vacation with some friends, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Big takeaway for me is we will be over there. What, Tuesday?
Yes.
Setting up.
Yeah.
You can come say hi, but really nothing's set up just yet. But past that, we've got a lot of fun. Jess has something really brilliant idea. Like Jess is really our marketing person now because with ATN Enterprises, you know, the buck stops with me, but the ideas start with these guys. So just remember that. I get all the glory. They do all the hard work. And that's the
We're
way
the
it should
guys behind the guy.
be. Yeah. You're the girl behind the guys between a girl and another guy. So
Yeah.
there we go.
Supervising.
That just got awkward.
Anyways, so go ahead. Just what?
Oh,
and
you
we
want
might modify this a little bit, but it's a great idea.
All right. So far the plan is we're gonna have a prize raffle at the booth. Stop by anytime before Saturday afternoon. We just decide. Show us that you're following the channel, following ATN Off Road, ATN Podcast, your socials. You'll get a raffle ticket, and then we're gonna have some sweet prizes and pick a winner or more. We'll see on Saturday afternoon.
Look at Jess spending my money over there. No, actually, Jess has worked hard to gather some of these cool things. So greatly appreciate it. Alex says we don't have permission. Sorry, we can't look at it that way.
It says. Oh wait. Anyone with the link? Hold on.
All right. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. And obviously it's to encourage, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and do that. And you're going to have to show proof.
Gotta have proof.
Right. So,
absolutely.
Wait, so that means if we're on the show, we can't enter.
What? No, we're just that wasn't one of the rules.
Allie's probably not even subscribed to us, is what the thing is.
Right?
I get the notifications.
Okay.
Oh,
She just doesn't watch it. She gets notified.
I mean, same piece.
All right.
I don't watch it again. I don't watch myself.
Oh, let's see. All right. Let's add. Nope. Wrong one. Sorry.
The fuck?
I know. I'm professional. Kelly used to be in charge of this stuff, and then
I didn't do the drives yet, but the schedule is done.
all right. So there is the tentative schedule. So look at that. At All-Terrain Nation, will I broadcast at 11 a.m. and by noon we're doing the sticker and patch trading at our booth. So definitely come in and join all the fun. Hopefully it doesn't rain like it did last year because watching you guys do that across from
really
us
ruined my pancakes and everything. I was super sad.
No. Allie, will Bronco Nation be there this year? Have you heard yet?
I don't know.
Wow.
What?
Come on, being in.
I don't know.
Just because I didn't renew my subscription to your thing, now you're gonna blacklist the event. Come
Hey,
on.
I mean, if you want a free one, Michigan Bronco Club has some free ones to pass around.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I
There
need to
you
get
go.
on that.
Yeah, but
I'll message you the link.
so wrapping
Me too, please.
wrapping up Supercell, that's the kickoff to our season. And then next up, we are going to me, Mark, and Jess are all going out west. Kelly doesn't get to go to this one. Why not?
Somebody has to parent.
Yeah, and
Look,
technically I think
parenting's dumb.
Yeah, I go as the travel parent to keep these boys in line.
It's true. Like they're doing a mod day next Sunday. And I told Dave, I was like, we better do it while we have a manufacturer vehicle next week. So we actually have 2 vehicles and Mark is actually off. And he's like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. And so I had to sadly tell in the chat that Jess will need to keep them in line because I won't be able to be there. Because again, I have to parent.
basically when we go right here, Jess is going to be in charge of my credit card. I think is what Kelly's going to say happens because
Oh yes. And that doesn't mean that's not like Mark being in charge of Dave's credit card either.
I
like-
cannot promise I won't tempt
Oh my
him with
goodness.
something. Like,
I'll
That's
just
like
take all the wallets. I'll bring my big purse. It'll be fine.
that's like Jess, I need you to be Mama Bear and be like, sorry, Kelly said no.
I'll be smacking hands all over.
Please do.
But it's 3 hours time difference. How would she know?
You know what? I could lock the card and that would be so much easier.
Oh,
That would
that's
make so
sad.
much more sense.
More embarrassing, I guess.
Yeah.
Kelly's
This
like,
guy
why did the
can't even
rooftop
buy
tent
anything.
show
Why
up?
is there's this little redneck crying in the middle of a field? But we're going to Overland Expo West, and it's in Flagstaff, Arizona, which is one of Kelly's favorite places too.
I'm so mad about it.
I've driven
I mean,
through
not
there,
mad, but I'm very sad. Let's
but
put it that way.
I think Mark and Jess are going out there a little bit early. Maybe I don't know. Like you guys wanted to explore a little bit. I think what I heard.
Hopefully. I have rarely. I mean, we've both been on the other side of the Mississippi, but not together. So I decided that we needed to go a day early, and since it's like an hour and a half away, go to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, there you go. I've flown over the Grand Canyon.
It's my favorite place in the U.S.
Shit, I flew over the Grand Canyon like 2 weeks ago.
We know we saw the
We'll do it
donut.
in 2 weeks.
We saw the donut. But so yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be covering the event this year. It should be hopefully a lot of fun. We will be. It's May 16th through
It
the
shows
18th.
you on the screen right
I know.
there.
I'm looking, but
He doesn't have his glasses on, Kelly. He can't read.
Apparently,
but I think Saturday.
it's not that far away, Mark. Like he's farsighted. It's not that far away.
I've
Can't
seen
wear
those monitors you're looking at.
That is
Yeah.
true. You have.
The Friday or Saturday we'll be out there. I know for me it's basically just to fly out, cover the event, basically leave the next day. But I'm definitely going to be out there to cover that because there's a lot of fun. And I don't know if you guys saw it on Bronco 6G. There was I forget Driveline or whatever the YouTube channel is called. And they have a bunch of people, journalists and stuff that do videos. And some guy was like, Overlanding's dead. And he did this video on it. It was well done, but it was this is my opinion. So this is the only opinion video. And I'm like, if Overland's dead, these events wouldn't be coming up, man. I hate to tell you. People are always I love to build models. And now I have an adult model out in my yard that I can just keep building on. So I don't see Overland dead. I was going to do a video on that too, like a reaction video to this. But I was like, you know what? I'm not smart enough. So, but no, we will be at Overland Expo West. I'm very excited by this. This is the Mecca. This is the one that for the past 12, 14 years, this is the one that you wanted to be at. They do the one at the Biltmore, or it used to be at the Biltmore here in North Carolina. I think they've moved it, but somewhere in North Carolina, they do one every year it rains.
Yep.
Every year it rains at that.
Is that the one they do? They do one at the Bushy Prison or something in Kentucky. Maybe that's a different
No.
Overland one.
No, that's different because
Don't listen
this
to me. I don't know
one,
what I'm talking about.
this one is definitely at the Biltmore typically.
Yeah.
And we've tried to go multiple times, but every time we've gone, either we've had a huge schedule conflict or it's rained for days or even weeks.
Yeah.
And it's always a mud bog.
Yeah.
And that's not our kind of, not our cup of tea.
I'm going for fun, and it's hard to video a rainstorm. But Mark, are you excited about it? I know I am. I want to explore this thing and see all the badass Unimogs and all the fun.
I do. I mean, I love, the overlanding stuff. I love the way things are modded out. Saw a lot of great of those builds last year at SEMA. I mean, they had a whole, overlanding area set up. So excited to get back out there. I used to live in Arizona, down on the border. So never got a chance. Back then I didn't know about it.
Mark, were you a coyote?
No.
He can't talk about it, he said. He said he can't talk about it.
So I'm watching Landman right now. So
It's like Fight Club.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. I was not on that side of the border. I was stopping.
Oh, wrong border. Got it.
But yeah, so, and I love, Arizona as a whole and love that area. But yeah, when this first came up, I was like, this is going to be, a great time. It is like Supercell East is the biggest Bronco event. This is kind of the biggest overlanding event that they hold. So really excited to get out there, see what it has to offer, see some of the great builds, and try not to be tempted to buy too much.
It's good thing we're flying.
Too much.
Right.
Good luck with that.
Pretty much. I mean, look at all the sponsors that are going to be in this thing, man. It's just the ones that you want, like,
It's the big boys
yeah,
and girls.
like Dometic, Lexus, Patriot Campers, which is a big one. Nobody cares about Tacoma Lifestyle, but Subaru, Toyota.
Wow, you were sassy.
I'm playing. We would have a 4Runner.
Winnebago.
they weren't
I'd
stupid
take one
expensive.
of those too.
I mean, look at Method Racing Wheels, which we'll talk about those guys in a little bit. But no, they're like, this is the one. If you're into off-road things, this
Yeti sponsoring?
Hmm?
I need some Yeti.
where?
Right there, over on your right. Bottom
Yeah,
right.
yeah, okay, right there. I see it. Yeah. So these are some of the sponsors. So I'm like, seriously, this is the Super Bowl of off-road stuff. And I know some people go, well, it's overlanding. Like I'm a rock crawler. I don't care. I want to see off-roady things. And U-Haul, wait, what?
That's
how we get all our stuff home, Dave.
Right?
You haul it back.
You're gonna have to.
No, we're gonna put a rooftop tent on it, and we're just gonna drive right there. How about that?
Or trailer it,
Yeah.
or trailer behind it.
No, but like, look at all the fun magazines will be out there, and of course, All Terrain Nation will be out there, and they better get ready for the guy from Tennessee. Is all I got to say is.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yep, you better be.
Hold on a second. There was scroll up. Oh, never mind. I can read it now. Del Carlo Adventures. Why aren't you showing TRX and Raptor R? We will get to that. We're actually just talking about events right now, so we will get to that.
Yes, we're going to talk about V8s. Let's see, where are we at here? Nope, wrong one. Where'd it go?
That one. Nope.
No, this here's what I want to share.
Window. There you go.
Sorry, stupid guy here. Allie, you've taken over this event for the year, and kind of a name change, right? I've always known it as Silver Lake something.
Yeah, it's usually Bronco Takeover. The couple that normally does it just unfortunately are having some family stuff going on right now. So Michigan Bronco Club took it over. I took on a lot.
No.
Per usual. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be pretty much the same thing. They just asked that we change the name this year. So we are doing Bronco Rally at the Dunes, or at Silver Lake or something. This was just so we got artwork, so people would start going to the event page, which will be live next week. But it's August 1st and 2nd. The 1st is really like the show and shine. Everyone hangs out that night, and then Saturday all day is just cruising the dunes and having a good time.
Nice. I'm very sad now that we have the Bronco Raptor in the driveway. I'm very sad that we don't get to go take that to the dunes, because the Ranger Raptor was a lot of fun, but your Bronco Raptor might be a lot more fun.
You guys heard that, my Bronco Raptor, right?
I do. I mean, I got to ride in one last year with the Ford Performance team, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet.
But the dunes are like, having experience coming fresh off that last year, that was a lot of fun. We didn't really get to, we drove up and was like, we didn't get to do much of the event stuff.
Yeah.
We did the group picture and stuff like that, but just racing Laura with Alcione on the drag strip out there, and Jess getting to enjoy the sunsets and all the fun there, and getting to see friends like y'all from Michigan. So getting to see some friends and family that you might not get to see all the time. That's a lot of fun. But the dunes is something you have to experience. And it's basically on the East Coast. There's there. I think Indiana has a little bit of dunes, and that's it.
You can't
for
drive
the
there.
East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, the Indiana Dunes is a state park and a national park, and you can't drive over there. So you can drive to the beach. Yeah, I actually drove through there year before last. I came from Bronco Palooza in Chicago, down around to go up to Bronco Takeover in Michigan the following weekend, and stopped at the Indiana Dunes because I needed to check it off my national parks list. There's a really big parking lot and a lot of sand, but not that my Bronco could touch.
That's so sad.
Hey,
but
you
I
can always do
understand
it once, Jess. You can always do it once.
Yeah, I
Most
had
people
other
might
stuff
never
to
have to be
do,
in
so I wasn't in the mood to be in, federal prison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
I get that. So August 1st and 2nd, like Allie, your August is going to be pretty busy from what I know.
She shared her schedule.
Yeah.
August is always insane for anyone in Michigan wanting to do anything related to Ford. Really Bronco related, especially this year. With it being
it's 60 years of Bronco, something like that.
60th birthday.
Yeah.
So it's technically 60 years since Bronco was announced. They announced it August 11th of 1965, but the first Bronco wasn't until 1966. But it's what Ford's celebrating this year.
So we get 2 years of partying with Broncos.
Sounds familiar.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun because it's August 1st and 2nd for Bronco Takeover. And then, hold on, where's my screen? Nothing, I'm like looking for the thing that I
wrap.
And then August 11th, Ford's Garage is going to do something for Bronco's actual 60th birthday. We typically have Michigan assemblies like open house that week, and then you have Woodward.
Yeah, and of course, Michigan Assembly is the only place the Broncos have ever been built, so that's a special deal. Is that like their employee? They have their family days and all that.
Yeah, it's their employee like appreciation day. And they've asked us the last 2 years to be a part of it. Like last year, we all pulled up, honking our horns, acting like idiots.
We did that in front of the Jeep plant last year.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
Allie, we went and did the opposite. We went to the Jeep plant and did that. We were lost
with our Bronco.
Yeah, we thought that was where you did that.
You're probably like,
I do have to stop every time I'm in Toledo, though. I almost every time have to stop at the Jeep plant. I love, for one, I love the heritage of all these Broncos, Jeeps, or whatever. I just, something about when you, like, I get tickled when I drive by the Nissan manufacturing plant in Smyrna, Tennessee. Like, I just love the fact that
nerd alert.
Well, this is very nerdy, but I love the fact that people either, they build, all these manufacturers build hundreds of thousands of cars in each plant. And I love the fact that there's a percentage of people that was their dream vehicle. That moment I drove by, probably somebody's dream vehicle was built there that they're going to have the rest of their life. And this is how I see it.
Are you crying over there?
No, there's no crying in automobiles.
It's allergies.
There's no.
Yeah, allergies. That's it.
No, but seriously, like
it's
anytime,
the stinky trees.
Anytime I can drive by a plant like this, it tickles me. I'm just like, man, I know, Allie, you're big into Ford, but like all these plants, there's something special about. They're created a soul, and I always believe like vehicles kind of have a soul of like the spirit of that vehicle. So
now we're getting sentimental.
No, we are.
Right?
I'm 50.
No, it is funny, Allie, because his time that he spent working building Nissans, it's actually funny because if he comes across a vehicle that was part of the years that he built, he will actually go and check to see if it's one of the mirrors that he touched.
Yeah, I think it's special, man. And I think probably a lot of people at Michigan Assembly Plant or Toledo are like that as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was so. I mean, last year for the open house, everyone sang "Happy Birthday" to Bronco. It was actually really hilarious. Yeah. They had balloons. They had a Bronco decorated. It was actually just like super fun. But no, I actually just funny you mentioned everything you just did. Because I just had that conversation with Mike Levine.
Yeah.
Because I got to go to the Heritage Vault at World Headquarters last week.
So cool.
And okay, see ya.
Right.
And
so you turned us off. Did you mean to?
Go ahead.
No, did you make our screen? No. You made our camera go away. It says unplugged. It was not intentional.
There we go. Sorry.
There it is.
So I just had this conversation that it's really cool to see because like there was a bunch of concept cars that were there, and it was nice to see like what came off of those concept cars that actually went to final production, which was super cool. Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff. That was actually the first electric Ranger, by the way.
Huh.
Shocking.
Ford freaking Ranger.
Ford freaking Ranger. Everybody was saying that. It was great.
How did they get this guy to sit still like this? Or is he a dummy or a wax figure?
Wax guy?
Yeah. No, I'm playing.
Oh, that was loud.
And that was.
Hey, I know that one.
You sent us a picture of you and I think Mike Levine in front of this thing, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, it was really cool. I didn't know why they emailed me or like what it was about. But then when they took us into the garage, like my jaw dropped, and I was like, I remember seeing the Atlas. I remember seeing the Bronco.
I love the Airstream.
The Airstream has been at several events.
Mike Levine talked about this, and he did an Instagram video, and it was really cool with him talking about that.
I was actually behind him when he was doing that.
Oh, hey, look, there's Allie.
Aw.
Me and Mike.
Look how tiny that Bronco is, because I know how tall you are, Allie. That thing's sitting that's a lowrider Bronco.
You just called him out or called her out.
I didn't like say she was a little person. I just said I know how tall she is in relationship to this. Jeez.
No, it was really cool. It was a good day.
Bucky too there, Electric Boogaloo is in front of Ford headquarters. So definitely that's fun. And those are opportunities that not everybody gets. So that's awesome that you got to
I will say that's like one thing I'm super grateful for, like living in Michigan, like being so close to everything. It was definitely a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah. So. Speaking of once in a lifetime, what a great segue, Allie. We will be in Michigan this year for this right here, the Woodward Dream Cruise. Currently it says presented by Ford, but I don't know if it's continuing to be presented by Ford. But if you've never been to the Michigan Dream Cruise, I don't care what brand you're into. Clearly it says Ford, but it's if you want to see, it's the last hurrah. Winter starting to set in, cold.
Hey, there's a Bronco in the back.
Yeah, cold temperatures are kicking
know.
in, and all the people are putting their cars away.
Yeah,
and this is the last hurrah of like getting to drive your look at like 67 Camaro there. Like I know people that have moved to Michigan and their dream vehicles that they own, they have to put them away and they hate that. They don't get to experience it all year long like we do down here. So it's a fun last hurrah. Usually every manufacturer has something there they're showing off. Ford usually with Bronco, I have a feeling there might be some Bronco news there, so that might be fun. But we will be doing the cruise. I know Allie's done this many times. I don't think Mark's has ever got to see.
I haven't been up. No, it'll be first for me.
Yeah,
You've
Jess,
never been to the cruise?
Nope.
No, and even me, like growing up in Michigan, I lived there for 20 some odd years of my life. Also never been to it. I'm also like from downriver, and there was like a whole separate cruise there. So we just had to go
totally
a couple
not
blocks.
gonna lie. I went to the cruise like 3 times before Bronco, and Bronco's the only reason I really keep going. So.
Well, it's funny because I grew up in Michigan too, all the way up till I was 19 or 20 is when I moved out of the state, and I never went to the Dream Cruise. It was the weekend that we made sure that we avoided Woodward. Like that's just what we did because traffic was so terrible in that area. Because
that's the thing. If you're not from Michigan and like you're experiencing this for the first time, please pack your patience.
100%.
You sit in traffic for hours, but you do get to see a lot of really cool things.
Yeah, it's really awesome, but it is like if you're trying to be productive on Woodward during that time, it's not going to happen. Like it's just not. So we would always avoid that area, but we would watch like the news where they would show all the cars and stuff because my dad's a car guy. Like I would go to classic car shows at Meadowbrook Theater or Meadowbrook Hall that had like it was all the like 20s cars and like 20s and 10s cars, like some of these super old cars. We would go around, and that's kind of where I kind of got interested in cars and things like that too. So we would watch from a distance, but now the first time I went was what year did we go?
22.
22. So we went in 22.
We went 21 and then we went 22 because Bronco or Dwayne and
that's right, because we went in 21 right before because we changed our order to our Bronco on the way home. That's right.
But Michael, what is going on, buddy? We have not seen you in quite a while, man.
Yeah, welcome in.
No, so this will be fun. Hopefully the weather's perfect. I would like to your parents have a house up there, correct? I'd like to be damn, it's an apartment.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're looking at an Airbnb.
We're looking at Airbnb close to the stuff.
Somewhere that my hardtop could like maybe sit behind the house and
stumbling distance.
We actually get to experience the Bronco in the way it's supposed to be in Michigan.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. But no, it really is a fun time. I don't care what brand you're into. If you're like classic cars, if
you get to see cars upside down driving on Woodward.
Yes.
And
skulls, cars made of the shape of a skull. Like there's just
a banana. I saw a banana last year.
All the people that sit,
the Wienermobile was there last year. Like you can't be mad.
Yeah. The people that sit in the median with their lawn chairs and just are enjoying cars
4 days.
By. Yes.
And go 4 days and like camp out and like not actual times. You'll get a ticket.
Yeah, and I'm sure Bronco Nation's going to have something there because they always do something big there, which is fun. Yeah. Allie we were talking to Allie and didn't realize I was doing a interview in front of me and Sydney were doing an interview in front of Allie's Bucky.
Bronco.
But that was multiple times we sort of ran into Allie and didn't know we were running into Allie. So that's going to be fun. And of course, we're going to do off-roading trips this year. I definitely want to do one. I know Rob's asked, hey, why don't you guys do an all-terrain nation? Like, hey, let's meet at Windrock. I think we're going to do that sometime this summer. But our schedule is getting full, man. And I'm super, super excited about it. Mark, Jess, any plans for you guys past what those events we're doing?
We're going to go out, the first weekend of April. We're going to hit Kentucky, Daniel Boone Backwater Byway.
Oh, nice.
With the Central Kentucky guys, got invited up to that. That'll kind of open us up for off-roading and wheeling,
They specifically invited Mark. I got a text that said, Mark better be here this time.
Wow.
Well, they know you got that new Bronco. They know you don't want to.
Yeah.
That's because they know they don't have to convince you, Jess.
Hey, Mark,
Well,
take
yeah,
an
they're tired
alternator.
of seeing me.
Right. So, but I'm interested. I mean, if people don't follow my Instagram, I just deleted the spare tire. So I'm interested to see how it rides and how it covers obstacles without that excess weight down on the back, if there's any sort of major difference to it. So it'll be a nice kind of test run with people I know and trust to test that out. But no, just kind of excited to get back out and start and kick things off with Supercell and see where the year takes us.
Yep. And we're hoping to get down to Florida for the Christmas Broncos in July with the Florida 6G group. Mervin and his guys down there are really great. They're setting that all up. They've done it for a couple years now. So that's on the, hey, it's my driveway.
It's that at?
Oh, yeah, hey, look,
Ooh.
there's the back end. Oh, well, the tire disappeared.
New booty.
It's called plastic surgery.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what it was.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me that you did that, Mark.
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming either.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of didn't know.
It was kind of, I had contemplated it for a while just to kind of see the difference. And of course, I mean, everybody has seen the wrap on the vehicle. The tire kind of covers up that whole entire back end of the wrap. So looking for a different look, kind of different feel for it. Hoping for one major addition before Supercell if it gets to me in time. So fingers crossed on that.
Yeah,
I know what
here's
that is. I
hoping.
know what it is.
I know what it is too.
So we'll see. I'm in contact with those guys, and they're trying to. They know what my intent is and are trying, but
Trying to make it happen.
they're trying their best. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, I understand. But we'll see. Hopefully, I've got a big unveiling at Supercell this year.
Well, and speaking of unveiling, man, you guys
Wait,
are
do we
on.
have a huge tarp that we can like?
Drop.
We can try.
We'll just
Right.
hold the camera really far and like hold a piece of paper in front of it. and do
That's
it that way.
So you guys know that was a great segue. You guys know, obviously, we bought the Bronco Raptor, and we've not done anything to it yet.
Nope.
For one, the weather just has been sucky. When we got it, by the time we got it, weather turned quickly, and it's just we got to offer it
And then
just
we've
a
kind
little
of
bit.
been busy.
Yeah, but we are going to do a big unveil, I should say, at the at Bronco Supercell too, because we've got a bunch of mods. Spent a bunch of money, unfortunately, on this thing.
I don't even know what he
Yeah,
spent.
don't ask. But no, we've partnered with brands like Method Racing Wheels to do some fun to this thing. So do we show them the wheel?
No.
Members have seen it. If you're a member, you've got to see this. And if you
No.
want to see it, I guess you should smash the old join as a member. It's like $5. Or you go to Patreon. You can see it there. And maybe we'll do it sometime this week or next week. We'll premiere it on the website. Because you go to our website, allterrainnation.com. What happens there, Kelly? We have news articles, and there's all kinds
I'm
of fun
like,
there.
what are you opening me up?
Opening you up. We're not doing surgery here.
Douglas Blair, you have to be a Patreon member.
Douglas has been an awesome supporter. We
Yes,
thank you.
thank you.
But no, like we've got some fun there. There's stuff Patreon members have no clues coming on this thing, and it's going to be different than Rebecca was.
Yep.
That's for sure. I mean, I don't expect a new color, body colors, paints or anything like that on this, but I think it's going to be the way we've approached this is it's a practical that it's because we're going to use this thing.
Yeah.
We're stuck with this, the way they're selling Broncos right now. Raptors, especially, we're stuck in this one for a while. So we're setting it up how we would use it and we'll use it. So
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited by that. Kelly, what's in the driveway this week?
So this week we have a 2025 Nissan Murano that we're getting to test out this week. And
That's right.
honestly, it's been really fun for me. I know Dave's like, it's not that exciting, but he and I had to have a hard conversation about some vehicles where I told him, I was like, it doesn't always have to be the true fun race. Let's go do everything with. Sometimes it can be bougie practical and it's for the trips.
Do
It's
I look
for
like I'm
Bougie.
no, you're not. And that's the thing. So like it allows me to be bougie practical,
Yeah.
good gas mileage, things like that. Super comfortable. And my kid's gear can still fit in it. So
Yeah.
there's that. So
I
I
wa-
feel like this would be a good road trip vehicle.
I was very surprised. I call this the Blade Runner of cars now. Like it reminds me of what they thought the future was going to look like. The car doesn't fly though. That's the only bummer about it. But no, it's been quite a fun. I just released a 5 good, 5 bad video on this. I've been trying to finish up our first impressions video, but weather be damned. This week, it's just for having a press car this week sucks. But next week, what do we got in the driveway, Kelly?
Next week we have a Frontier coming.
Yeah, the new Nissan Frontier will be in the driveway.
I'm not sure what that one's gonna look like yet. Like,
I bet it's like
that. Well, duh. You know what I mean. I don't know what color it's going to be. And so I will say the color that's on this Murano, it's misleading that it looks just white, but it's a pearl white and it's pretty when you walk up to it.
I love picture that you posted the other day. Like you had mentioned that, it's like this pretty color. And then I saw the photo. I was like, oh, damn. It is. Yeah. And I immediately thought you need to do like comparisons of how like your day-to-day is in your black SUV and how your week has been in your white SUV.
Like day and night, right?
Yeah. But this one's better.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
You're comparing apples and oranges.
Hey,
sir.
You like apples? I like
them apples.
I like them apples.
Oh my God.
No.
So TN Code Monkey said, "Isn't the point of a Raptor that you don't need any mods?" So,
whoa, sir.
So stay tuned as to the mods that we do to it. That's all I'll say.
It's addicting.
I'm not like putting 47-inch tires under this thing, and it can only turn left 1/4 inch at a time.
Would he like to do that? Yes, but it's not happening.
I have to admit, I'm very happy with 37-inch tires under this thing. Speaking of tires, I can't say it. I can't say it. Anyways, but there's going to be a lot of fun with that. But we're going to do a series on the Bronco. Each week we'll drop a video of like, hey, here's, leading up to Supercell. So I think that's going to be fun. So that's coming in about 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
I feel like Supercell is going to be here in like no time. And like, I'm not.
Hey, Allie.
Well, I just looked at Airbnb. I just looked at Airbnb just to send the list to Jess and Mark about Woodward. And it says coming up in 1 month, your trip to Townsend. And I'm like, holy crap. Like, it's really going to be here that fast.
Yeah. Don't slap me in the face, Airbnb. We know. Okay.
Right.
But tonight, the main thing I want to talk about tonight was V8s. And me and Mark, we're V8 guys, I think. I know Kelly was like, I don't know what the hell's a V8. I'm playing.
Shut up.
I'm playing.
I had one once.
But you've got your daily drive V8s. We bought a brand new 2017 Nissan Titan Pro 4X that we bought for a long-term review vehicle back then. And you got in trouble. She got a ticket. That was her. She got a ticket in the V8.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. I was actually telling this story the other night.
I told her when she was driving, I said, be careful in it. It's not the 4-cylinder you're used to.
No.
No.
Yeah, no. Actually, the officer that pulled me over, I was very honest. And he said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I said, "Yes, sir, going 53 and I'm 45. And he goes, "Well, it's actually 40. And I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He said, "Well, it should be 45, but it's not." And
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I said, "I know I was still speeding." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, I said, "But I've got this new truck, it's got a V8 and I'm learning it." And he's like, "Well, it is a nice truck." And he said, "How do you like it?" And I was like, "I really like it, all this." And he goes, "Well, let me go check some things out. Let's see how much trouble you're in." Yeah. And so he came back and he said, "Well, I see you haven't had a ticket in like 8 years. I don't think that we should tarnish that. What do you think?" And I said, "Yes, sir, that would be great." Yeah. And he said, "But we both agree that 13 over is a little bit extreme, right?" I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "You promise to slow down?" "Yes, sir, I sure do." And he just gave me a warning.
And you're speeding, and a couple months ago, I get a damn ticket for just turning on a no-turn red by accident.
That has been a no-turn red for like 7 years.
I don't go that way. Anyways, yeah. So I know what you did.
I was waiting for you to say,
you did like
Jess every time, though.
She did just what Jess did when she came up into the stream. I know exactly what you did.
No, I sure did not.
Uh-huh.
No, I seriously, that is the very first ticket that I've ever gotten out of. Every other one, I've definitely gotten the ticket for. So no, sir.
But here is said truck. It was a good truck. I really enjoyed that truck. Yeah, a couple flaws to it. But look, it does truck things.
I think you still have those shoes.
No, I think I finally threw those away.
They're not as Bengal shoes.
But that was Dave at 150 pounds, and Dave's got to get back there.
Dave, at that, I was
there's
actually,
Kelly.
Oh gosh. At that weight, though, I actually had people coming up to me and asking me if Dave was sick because he was just too skinny.
I was a little skinny there, but anyways, that's the truck.
Sense.
But Mark, you've owned F-250s, stuff like that, big engine vehicles, and we've got a new. What kind of brought me to this is we got a new administration in the White House, and whatever people think about it is what you think about it. I don't want to see it in the chat, or you can just go away. But this administration seems to favor gas-powered vehicles more than electric vehicles, which is strange because part of his influence right now, it seems to be from an EV company. But I see V8s coming back, Mark, in a big way. I think, the TRX just came out. Or, well, I'm sorry, the RHO just came out, which was formerly the TRX.
Oh,
Was that a Freudian slip or was that intentional?
Sure. But they went to a straight 6 in that thing, which is still fun. Our buddy over at Pickup Truck Plus SUV, Estradal, he has one and just is having the time of his life in that thing.
You said it with a D. Look at you. I'm proud.
Tim with the D. Like trucks like that, we have the Raptor R, which obviously the V8's never. Ford seems very committed no matter what administration they're going, hey, we're still going to make a V8. Like the Mustang we had, you got to drive that.
Yep.
I can't imagine that the Mustang without a V8. And I think now, for at least the next few years, we're going to see V8s kind of making a comeback.
I think so. The market's just so weird with what people want and what they're buying and what they're willing to spend money on. And your electric vehicles, your hybrid vehicles, the cost of the battery packs still keep them at such an unattainable level. And the technology, is just not there. Your charging stations aren't as prevalent outside of your mainstream areas. You're out where I'm at, there's no charging unless you're doing a home charging station. You're just not going to. It would be great for a daily driver back and forth to work, but if you need anything for longevity, it's just not going to happen. So I think the internal combustion is still going to be there. I still think there's a population that wants that power. They want that V8 grumble. When you had the Mustang, Ford is absolutely, other than the Mach-E, committed to having the V8 in the Mustang. There's several manufacturers out there that are continuing on with that. High end, you're looking at the Land Rover 130 is committed to making sure it has a V8 in it. So there's those that are hanging on to it and pressing it, and then you have others that are focusing, like Mercedes, all their I-Line stuff. I mean, they're just dropping it.
Well, Mercedes, BMW, and them had a horrible time with EV.
Yeah,
just a horrible time with EV. So it makes sense that they would start kind of looking at that again. But I've got the Ram RHO up on the screen here. And Kelly, the first time you didn't know anything when I took you to Texas Auto Writers Association. Cars, but you don't pay attention to super trucks. Like that was, you love a full size truck, but it wasn't on your radar of this. And you remember the first time you heard the TRX start up. I remember, I kid you not, I used to have video of it. Kelly's head whipped. I swear I heard the wind crack. And she goes, "What is that?" Because it's an ungodly Godzilla-y kind of just roar when that.
And it wasn't in a bad way either. It was like, give me more of that.
Yeah, and I give her a little.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, but people, that's what people love about cars, though. I think is that there's some excitement to it. Like the Murano we have out there, it's a perfectly good car. It does exactly what it's intended to do: move people around. It's somewhat exciting looking, but at no point when I push start on that, the hot rodder in me goes, "Wow." It's a limp noodle, man. It's not.
Limp noodle.
It's not.
Alrighty then, guys.
It's not going to bring the teenage youthfulness that some people had.
No, but we had to have a hard conversation about this week, actually, because you were like, "I'm done with this. I don't even want to drive it." And I said, "But you've got to understand that there's a purpose for this vehicle. There's a certain demographic that it's for. It's not for Hot Roddy Dave. It's not for you.
No, I get it.
It is for me running back and forth to the ball field, or me taking Sid on a trip to a tournament, or
you and Sydney spilling drinks everywhere,
going to visit family and not having to have the rumble. It's got good gas mileage.
Mhm.
It's got all the comforts. It's got massaging seats. Like it's got all the super things. I know, right? So
mid $50,000
coming over
SUV.
next Sunday. Oh, you won't have it then. Never.
we won't have it next Monday. We'll have it till Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Then we'll get another,
and then we get the
vehicle.
Frontier. But we've got to remember that the V8s are definitely a certain group of people that want that, and then there's another group of people. They might overlap a little bit into the V8s, but there's other people that want the comfort, the run around town, the things like that.
It's definitely, there is a segment for that, 100%. But truck guy, especially, we have the truck up here.
Yeah.
Truck guy doesn't want, there's no way in hell, like the Chevrolet Silverado with the 2.7 4-cylinder. I don't know any guy on the street down the road here bragging that, hey, if you want to check out my 2.7 that I've got in this thing.
I mean, is anybody bragging that they have a Silverado, Dave? Come on.
Yeah, but I will say the people who want a truck and say they have a truck, they're not going to care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But vehicles like the TRX or the Raptor R or the Mustangs or what used to be the Charger Challenger setup, that brands need something to build excitement. When I used to sell guitars, sold a lot of expensive guitars. I sold Brooks and Dunn guitars. I sold a lot of people guitars.
Listen to him name dropping.
I know, that's what I do. But my point is, we had to have ultra expensive things people wanted in the store to bring them to the store.
Right.
And they might settle on, something, a RAV4 or something like that in the car world. And that's what these are. They're halo vehicles. They bring people to that. Now, obviously there is, like Mark had an F-250. There is a segment that needs that just to work for daily use. I get that as well. But the way we were going, like in 2 or 3 years, we were going to have any V8s. Like they were going to be gone.
Right.
And I think that's sad. I really
and
do.
I definitely think it's sad. Don't think that what I'm saying about having the different segments means that I think the V8 should go away, because I don't. I love it.
Sounds like it, guys.
No, I love it.
Hashtag Dave
I love
wins.
the rumbles.
Hashtag
I
Dave
love
wins.
having fun with it. I love being able to put my foot on the gas and it take off, and I can hear it, and it's exciting.
What was the last ride in the Mustang like for you?
It was fabulous. But what I'm saying is, sometimes I just need a vehicle to be there and do what I needed to do.
You're not selling my point here of V8s.
No, I do agree.
I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with Kelly here, and not even about my V8, but it's the same reason that I have my Bronco and I keep my Explorer. I 100, like twice a week, I look at Mark and I'm like, I should probably sell the Explorer because I work from home. I don't go anywhere. But at the same time, like there's days where I'm like, I just want to get behind the Explorer and, drive my little 2.3, no big deal, and happy zoom and go to the store and come back.
Yeah.
Even with, the V6 turbo and the Bronco, it's a bigger vehicle and it's heavier. All your V8s are going to be the same way. Like it's more to drive. So like having that other option that doesn't have that bigger engine and just kind of like, the tooling around car, and I can load all my stuff in it. I don't have massaging seats, so it's probably going to the dumpster now.
Right.
And Mark and I were talking about it earlier today, and kind of in the thought that the V8s were pulling back, and for some of those same reasons, right? Gas mileage, ease of drivability, everybody's just like, okay, I have so many other things to spend money on, plus the price of vehicles are crazy. Like, where's the price point on these V8s and what's coming out? And what does that look like for everybody that's buying a car?
Yeah.
There's so many things. I'm sorry, Dave. I know these aren't the answers you were looking for.
No.
The other problem is it's no longer just a naturally aspirated V8, because the federal emissions regulations are throttling and choking the hell out of the engine. So
they are till now.
I haven't seen those repealed yet, but
that's true.
And that's the other thing, is how much money does a car manufacturer want to invest in updating the technology to meet those new guidelines in the hopes of putting out another Raptor R or RHO, and the technology is at such a price point that it makes it unattainable to the average guy like Dave and I that want the V8 that, you know, Dave needs to wake up 7 streets over as he, you know, revs his engine from his key fob in his kitchen while he's sipping his coffee in the morning.
Know him.
Allie's the one who showed me how to do that. I blame Allie.
Allie's the one that figured out that there was a cap on the how many times that you could rev it. I'm just saying, 7.
But you know, that's the one of the biggest things I see as you know, the manufacturers look at this and whether
listen, someone had to test it out.
It's true.
But that technology, that those emissions, all that, you know, R&D costs a ton of money, and when they put all of those computers into that engine, I mean, it's more failure points, it's more problems. I don't want to spend $100,000 on a V8 because that's the cheapest line. It's not even fully decked out, but that's what the technology is going to cost me.
Yeah,
I would rather get a twin turbo V6 and get almost as much torque and response time than putting it into a V8.
Well, there was a report the other day come out that are all the computers and stuff making vehicles less reliable, and it actually is. Like there, you can see the reliability of vehicles is getting worse. But
we talked about that last week too, of like the cost of doing business and buying a vehicle in this day and age, and what it's going to look like in 10 years.
Well, so it came out, you know, this we saw these in person. Beautiful cars, beautifully designed cars. Dodge and Stellantis know how to design a vehicle.
And the fake exhaust sounds and everything.
It's fun.
It could absolutely trick you into thinking that it's coming from under the vehicle.
Which is what, like
electric.
So this is the electric Charger. I always get these mixed up, Challenger Charger. But this is the electric version of this. But guess what? Dodge, they what is it? FAO. You F around and find out.
Oh,
they did.
FAFO.
Yeah. Well, they whatever.
So I was like, "What's FAO?" Schwartz.
They did. So they did with this. So guess what, man? There is a segment of the industry that loved that the 4-door, the 2-door Charger, the Challenger, and wanted a badass V8 in that vehicle. Well, guess what? They were like, "Nope, we're doing EV, and then in maybe a year we're going to put a straight 6 in it." Well, the latest news articles are coming out, and these haven't been out 4 months, something like that.
Yeah, not long.
What does that say, Kelly?
It says Dodge is already knocking 12,500 off the Charger Daytona EV.
Yes, and they're offering 0% APR.
Yeah, so stackable rebates mean a sub $50,000 Charger Daytona and possibly a better buy than a 0%. No, so it's a better buy than a 0% APR.
Okay. So they effed around and found out that, we can design a beautiful car, but if you don't put a V8 in something like this, the people aren't coming. And of course, I think part of this is it's a sub 200-mile range in this stupid thing, that's piss poor.
The other part of that is I don't think they have the technology that other companies have that people are interested in.
I think you're 100% on that. Yes, I think they're scrambling.
As much as like I hated EVs like in the very start of it until I really got to drive the Mach-E, and I think there's a lot of pros and cons to them, and it really just depends on like your situation.
Mm-hmm.
But the technology alone is remarkable. Like everything that car can do, like the Blue Cruise, driving itself, things like that. Like it's really awesome technology, and there's a place and time for it. But Dodge doesn't have that technology.
Yeah, but I don't think I think Mach-E sales are pretty tanked too, right? Like I've looked at what Ford will release on the thing, and it's not burning a hole down the doors of the barn there.
So like we can't keep them in stock. We just bought 1 from Maine, 3 from New York, 3 from Pennsylvania.
I bet Tim over Bart's over there would sell you some, because I know they couldn't get rid of the damn things. Now Tim loves his. He's got the Rally. He loves his.
Yeah, I have one customer who's obsessed with his Rally. It's so funny.
I was out in Long Beach, California a couple weeks ago for a work thing, and they're like rampant out in the LA area. Like I was super surprised.
Yeah, it's crazy.
coming from Michigan and kind of the Midwest, like, Ford's pretty prevalent. You see them all over the place. You don't see that in California. But every time I turn my head, I'm like, there goes another Mach-E. They're everywhere.
Well, because California's going all electric. I mean,
yeah.
I have a feeling that rule is gonna
Yeah,
kind of go away for a little bit.
Well, I think they're learning real quick.
Not to get into politics, but
yeah.
Well, it's infrastructure for one thing, but when it comes down to like a car like this, or Allie, the Lightning does not sell well. The F-150. If you had 5 Lightnings and you had
sells better than Lightning does.
But if you had 5 Lightnings and 100 F-150s, I guarantee you sell out of F-150s before you sell out of 5 Lightnings.
Yes and no. The only reason why I say that, it really just depends. At least like in our area, it depends on the lease program.
Sure.
Because we are a very heavy lease state, which is why everyone's after all these damn Mach-E's. Because the program is really good on them. And I had 6 customers switch out of like early Mach-E's into 24s and lower their payment. It's like, why wouldn't you do this type of a thing? Yeah. But again, it's what Ford's pushing right now.
Well, pushing is a great way of saying V8s are, I think they're back. I think I want to bring this picture back up here, but I think, like companies like Stellantis with Ram, Dodge, they've learned real quick. Like the TRX is a home run for the brand. They can charge $100,000 for it, which guess what? That's a lot of profit built into that. Ford charges $119,000 for an F-150 Raptor R. Does it cost $119,000? Doesn't even cost close to that. And I think that they're
really
saying,
fun though.
I think what they're seeing is, okay, we can build the V8s. We don't have to build them like we used to. We're not going to build hundreds of thousands of V8 trucks a year or cars a year. But what we can do is still offer a nice V8, maybe even higher horsepower than what we would have liked to offer, like a 720 horsepower F-150 Raptor R, or potentially the new TRX that keeps getting hinted about coming back. That's going to be, they're going to double or improve on what Ford did. So you're probably looking at 730 horsepower. And for people like me, that is exciting to me, because I let my son, who has zero interest in driving, I mean, he drives, but not a car guy. He started the Mustang and suddenly got the giggles. Like he was like power. You want to feel the power of that. And yes, we all have boring, mundane cars that just get us to point A to point B. And some people are perfectly happy with that. But there is a segment out there that when they push start, they want to feel something.
Oh, 100%. And like I said, I'm not discounting that there's that segment, because obviously I'm split from that perspective, because some days I just want to push the button and just go and not think about how loud and obnoxious am I being right now. But then there's other times where I'm like, hey, look at me, because I have this amazing car and everybody's turning their heads. So there's definitely a segment. And I think that there are some people out there that are totally content with always having the look, the feel, the everything that comes with a V8 vehicle. But I also think that there's a segment of people, like you said, that just want to push the button and just drive, and they don't care.
Yeah.
Like they just want to get from point A to point B, and they want the reliability. They don't really care what it sounds like or what it does. They're totally fine with not racing the person on the interstate. Like
weirdos.
It's just, I know, and beating someone off the line at a red light, like, or at a green light, I should say. But, so I definitely think there's a segment.
Fuel prices are coming down, or they are in my area. They've come down quite a bit, which helps promote this. You do have an administration now who is a little bit more pro manly American, however you want to present it. Like, to, hey man, if you got balls, throw them out there. And which is what vehicles like this are definitely doing. These are definitely my fish is this big kind of vehicles.
Gosh.
But you live in communities where there's people who that's their social status.
100%.
And a vehicle like this, or the Raptor, or the Charger, the old V8 Chargers, you got that Scat Pack, or the Elephant in one of those things. Like, people are like, holy shit, Frank is a badass. I gotta go hang out. We've got a neighbor.
His wife let him have that. That's so cool.
Yes. We got a neighbor who has an F-250 dually. I think
across the street. Yeah.
Dually. He's got a new Corvette. Yep. And he's got his daily, which is a Mercedes, I don't know, something.
Oh, don't miss. He's also got a Harley.
Yeah. Like, there's people out there that want the toys.
Yeah.
So
Andy has a boat in that garage, I think.
I gotta make friends with this guy.
I mean,
So looking at this
Oh.
picture that you have up here, Dave, this is the RHO, right? It's
Yeah,
not
it
the
is. Yes,
TRX.
ma'am.
So my thought is, I wonder if pushing back on the V8s and kind of on the truck aspect of it and showing this type of capacity of a vehicle goes hand in hand with the sort of resurgence and the push of like all the off-road stuff. We've seen it for the last 3-4 years, right?
Mhm.
Every commercial you see on television for a vehicle isn't like, look at my luxury cup holders. It's like, look at these rocks I can go over.
Hey, hold back. She said.
I know. What we need the cup holders. They're just as important, but that's not what the advertisements are pushing.
I know.
Right.
They are.
So, and I, just kind of sitting here thinking about it as we're talking about it, like maybe that's the next step, right? We got cup holders, we got comfy, then we went off road, and now we're getting back into the power, be it, high speed racing in an RHO or a Raptor, or, on the street with 8 cylinders in a Charger or a Mustang. Like, it seems like that's sort of like, you said it, like the manliness coming back into it.
Yeah.
I know that's super sexist for me to say.
And it was super sexist for me to say, but that's kind of seems to be the attitude.
Yeah, I mean, I feel really manly when I fire up my Bronco, even though it's got 6 cylinders and it makes.
I was going to say, I feel manly when I fired it up. So yeah, I guess that's it.
But
The
maybe
balls
like
grew
that's the
2
next
sizes
evolution.
that day. All right, Miss Grinch. Anyways, so
Hey, we're allowed to have differing opinions.
no, 100%. That's why I love everybody on the show. They all bring something different. Mark, where do you see the future of this thing? With obviously the next 4 years, we have an administration that's pro this. I don't know what after that, which spectrum the world's going to be on. Do we go back? I do know the previous administration went hard at EV, and
Right.
sometimes you have to go extreme to kind of get middle ground for people to
come back to center.
accept it. I think it probably did help people accept, okay, some of these hybrids are pretty awesome. Maybe because I'm not anti-hybrid by any means. I love what Toyota does, with the hybrid and the Tundra. So it gives you that V8 feel without the emissions of the V8. But
Yeah.
Mark, where are we at, buddy?
I think one will depend on the market. I think the V8 will see a hard resurgence across the United States. I don't think it'll be as big overseas. Overseas markets, the V8's gonna stay pretty dead, I believe. Even off-roading down in Australia, like they look at V8s as an unnecessary kind of evil type thing. But I think as
Bastards.
but they've got
Sorry, I know Australia. You guys do watch.
they've got the Everest, and the Ford Ranger Wild Track and stuff, and they get all the cool stuff that I want in Australia and not up here. So
That just means
But I
ATN
think
needs
in
to
the-
go do a trip down there, Mark.
would love to.
No, Kelly and I are going
Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Wait, where are we going?
It's a boys trip.
Where are we
to
going?
Australia. Oh wait, maybe it was
Heck yeah.
New Zealand.
Oh, yep, New Zealand. That's what it was.
The ladies go to New Zealand. We'll go to Australia now.
Australia, I'm down for that. But I think across the United States, as you see a resurgence in U.S. made, U.S. manufactured, U.S. power, nothing screams that more than a V8. So I think, we'll see that push. And I think, the truck market is way heavier now than it used to be. I think the performance vehicles, the Mustang will always be there with the V8, but I think we're going to see, how big of an engine can we get into these trucks? And that's what everybody's after now. I mean, you see them everywhere. Every lot's full of trucks. So, I mean, who knows? They've got a Tremor edition Maverick. Let's see how small and how big an engine we can pack into these things. As we continue to grow the market.
Yeah, guys,
waiting
leave
for
us let us in the comments. Let us know where you're at with this. Go ahead, Jess.
We're waiting for the Maverick Raptor. We'll put a V8 in the Maverick.
I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe a
What?
V6. A V6 would be like a V8 in that truck.
One of those big old hot rod engines where it sticks out the top.
A big blower.
Giant
sitting out
poly
there.
blower on the
Right.
top of it. Yeah.
Or you have to just put it in the bed because that's how big the bed is in the Maverick.
Well, I don't know what y'all put in the bed. Let's see.
This is a family show.
What?
It's after 9.
The bed of the
It's after
truck. Don't be weird.
9. Let's see. What do we got going on here?
He doesn't listen to
Comment-wise.
anything.
So deal me in for a 24 says, I just want a 450 horsepower 4, 6, or 8 cylinder. I have to admit, I love the 3.0 in the Raptor, especially after putting the performance tune on it. It shifts better, but when it's warmed up, ready to go, and it feels when you hear those gears rolling through the gears, beam, 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 like it will roll through the gears real quick, and it sounds good. And I'm not smaller engines. I'm not opposed to them by any means. And I see it time and time again. People go, well, Ford effed up because they didn't put a V8 in the Bronco. You're like, look, sure, let's put a Godzilla in this thing and let's have 1,000 horsepower. And then you never get to use it anywhere because it won't drive anywhere. Like, I think V6s in that vehicle are perfect. I don't see a reason at all. If anything, for a Bronco Raptor R, they would probably put the 3.5 in it and would be awesome. Would be cool, man. But I don't think in the Bronco or, 392 in the Jeep. It's fun, but guess what? They've also it's sort of detuned. It's only 420, I forget.
Just we can try.
Right?
Sounds great, but it's no more practical at the end of the day than a Bronco.
No, I would agree.
Thanks. You're so
I didn't know you were trying to invite me into a conversation.
Well, I think for an hour and a half I've been trying to do that. So, let's see what let's comment here. I want to see the comments and let's see what you guys think. Well, for one, it's past somebody's bedtime.
No, he's saying all the kitties should be in bed by now, so it's okay to talk.
That's right. Sorry.
Non-family. See, I've been paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, there's talk of a new boss coming out, Mustang. I seen Mitchell Watts down there. He did I forget which Mustang he has, badass thing. GTD.
He's actually not going to be at Supercell this year.
His wife must have told him no.
I know last year he was there, but he said he brought the fam so the fam could get like a vacation out of it too. So they were staying in Gatlinburg.
I think Mitchell follows the trends, and I think he sees Broncos slow down a lot. What I think. And nothing against him. He's a person that sells vehicles, and I'm not shitting on him for that. I just think that's what it is. Let's see what other comments we got going on here. Mustang Boss is awesome. You don't hear anybody go, man, I'm glad that Boss has got the 2.3 in it. In the Mustang, people that have the 2.3
making fun of us.
Fun car, once again. But I see some of these cars you bought the image.
For the record, my Explorer has the 2.3.
Hey,
it's also fun. And has 3 rows and a lot of cup holders.
See, it's the perfect vehicle.
Yes, has 2 people in that house and 3 rows.
Bro.
And
I guess y'all have animals. You have pets.
Do you want to know what I love more than the Explorer? The
What's that?
Yeah. When's the Everest coming,
absolutely.
Dave? Come on.
I've been barking that tree, Jess. I'm trying to get you one here, okay? I keep barking.
Make some calls. Seriously.
I will see that person in 2 weeks.
Strings.
2.5 weeks. I will see that person.
In theory.
Yes, in theory. And we'll bark up that tree again.
All right.
Let's see. What's this guy here? Douglas Blair says VRs, they are meaning and purpose. Ice is good.
Ice is good.
Yep.
In your vehicle and in your glass.
I've been going neat here lately.
He's neat. He's not neat, but
we did a tasting because I have a new bourbon channel, Bourbon Nation.
As if we didn't have enough to do.
It's just fun. It's not a serious thing. It's just me and a friend having fun. Maybe we can get Jess in there. Mark's not a bourbon guy. Along with
I haven't been invited, so I'm just saying.
Oh, well, we haven't got to officially do anything yet. So, but Miss
good.
Clear Alcohol over here, Mr. Clear Alcohol over there, and Allie. I don't think you're probably a beer every once in a while. Maybe I don't know what Allie does.
I don't drink a ton.
Yeah, food drink. I bet there's some blue something with a flower in it.
It gets expensive.
It does get expensive.
It's a bad hobby. But now it's a hobby I can write off because it's part of our media company. So anyways, but Bourbon Nation, check it out. There's nothing there yet, but you doesn't stop to subscribe. But V8s is like it's like a fine glass of bourbon, Jess. You get what you pay for. And if you want to pay for something fun, it's going to cost you. If you want to be Miss Morano over here in a 4-cylinder, that's just the boring daily commuter. You got what
Why
you pay
can't
for.
I be both?
But I mean, Dave, you make a good point because even with bourbon, sometimes you pay for a big name. It's not really that good what's in the bottle. Same with cars,
You
right?
haven't opened the Blanton's yet. I don't want to hear about it till you open the Blantons.
I was talking about people that pay like $1,500 for crazy wild turkey rare or some shit.
Yeah, no, $150 is the most expensive bourbon I've
He's
bought.
already spent his bourbon budget for the year.
For the
And
next
guess what
3
he's-
years, from what I understand.
Yeah. So guess what he keeps doing? Payday. What happens? He checks out the liquor store to see if there's any bourbon he needs. And
Hey.
I don't think he understands his bourbon budget's blown.
Hey, I dipped
Ellie,
this bottle.
we love you.
I dipped this
We're-
bottle. It means something.
We're not the people to tell this to, because we stopped in at the liquor store the other day and spent a lot of dollars.
Did you find something fun, Jess?
Spent a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
got that
money.
blade and bow, and then I got a bottle of Makers.
Okay.
What else do we get? Mark got some cool vodkas. Wait, this
I
is the
think
wrong
you guys
channel.
said
She's almost out of your Eureka.
Oh, we got the honey vodka. We got a tater vodka.
Tater don't play.
Didn't you get a
Tater vodka.
Tiger.
Well, I mean, so most vodkas now are distilled out of grain.
Yeah.
Historically, they're potato based.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a potato based one in the collection, so I grabbed a bottle that was potato based.
I literally yelled across the store, "This one's taters!"
And then
Somebody
found-
make
accent
us a shirt, something with taters.
I found the one that was distilled with honey.
Mhm.
And I was all like, well, that's totally different. So from the great state of Vermont up in New England.
Very cool.
But
Takes you
and
back to
that's
your
what it
roots.
has because you think tequila's agave, which is also a sweet syrup. So it kind of has a tequila-ish finish to it. But it's very smooth.
It's super good.
It's
You know what I
very
can tell you is
midnight.
not smooth? Castle and Key.
Ooh.
Oh, like, I got a bottle. Guess what? Haven't opened it.
Well, don't
What'd
do
you
it.
get a bottle
For
of?
God's
Did you get
sakes.
the bourbon?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
God's sakes, I
Oh
don't
my
know
gosh, the vodka was so bad. Like
Wait,
so
is
bad.
the bourbon
what-
also
good or
bad?
bad. We didn't
I don't
try
know.
it.
We didn't try it. So here's what I will tell you all.
Oh
as
wait.
to
Well, we talked
how-
about this before.
how bad the Castle and Key vodka is.
It's
If
like
you
drinking
guys
hand
remember
sanitizer.
back in the pandemic, when you would get hand sanitizer that was made from the distilleries because they ran out of the alcohol to do the hand sanitizer.
Mhm.
Right.
That's what it smells like, and it tastes just as bad. So that's legit what it is.
It was
Like,
I
okay.
feel like I threw it on the wall, the paint would start
Yeah.
peeling.
Not to
Broken
bring
Lizard.
up this topic, but can y'all believe that was 5 years ago?
No.
Oh, thank
Like,
It
God.
was like
literally
yesterday
5
and
years ago, like
Yeah,
this
but
week.
I remember 9/11 like it was yesterday too. So
So do I.
that's,
Yes.
yeah, that,
So do
that's
I, and I
another
was in 5th grade.
Broken Lizard. I have Bookers. I
Three.
had
I was not.
Cigar
I don't
Texan
know
used to
what.
come on here. He bought me a bottle of Bookers,
Mhm.
and I enjoy. I only have like a quarter bottle left, and I when people have bought me bottles like that, I savor them, and I don't want to run out of them because
Yeah.
there's a memory attached to that.
Yeah.
So
See, Dave, this is why I just don't open them. Gotta get two.
I gave you that to open. I didn't give you that to look at.
Because
and
I
go,
already
"Oh,
have
look."
one for drinking. I need my Blanton's for looking. No, the other
Yeah,
way.
But
All right.
this is
I'll
the one I bought.
I'll open it. Maybe.
Anyway,
So it's
sorry.
funny. It's funny you say that you like breaking it open, like because when we were doing that tasting you were doing at our friend's house, the husband goes,
Hi, River.
"Did you just open that? We've been holding on to that. We've been like skipping liquor before we even opened that bottle,
It was awful. It was awful.
and it wasn't
Who knows
great.
what's up?
It
Kelly was
terrible.
drinking the brown stuff.
I
the
did.
other
I
day.
tried all the brown stuff,
Oh, good job.
Well,
Yeah,
but she
well.
had like a needle's worth of drop of it, and
but it was enough to
put it on your tongue,
realize.
taste it, and she'd be like, anyways, this isn't Bourbon Nation. That's
No.
that's the channel that everybody should go subscribe to.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You should probably drop a link for that, Dave.
I probably should. Jeez, like your management. Once again, guys. So Jess, what are we doing special again for Supercell?
Prize raffle.
Yeah.
Come show us your following, liking, smash all the things.
What?
You get a raffle ticket and maybe win some cool stuff.
Smash
I'm also
all the
modding
things.
my Bronco for Supercell. So
Yay!
I'm trying
It'll
to
be
get
done
stuff done
tomorrow.
for Supercell.
Are you modding too?
My Bronco might be stocked by the time I get down there. I don't have time. I have all this stuff. I put one thing on my Bronco from IAG that I can't talk about yet.
Nice.
Because they're just doing final touches on stuff, but I have to do everything. I have my decals. I have everything I want to put on my Bronco sitting in my stairwell.
She just sent someone an email about a complete mod kit for the entire interior. So
All of it.
Dang.
Hopefully, it'll either happen before or at Supercell. We'll
or
see.
during.
You're not on YouTube.
Sit.
Mark, I know you had talked about something that you've been waiting on. Any other besides the removing the tire? Anything going on for Supercell?
Did you want to talk about?
No Bronco related. No, I've been modding my unmodded Ranger.
I know the Ranger that he showed off.
That he said he was never doing anything.
Never did nothing too. You know, and so we had this conversation the other day. You know, vehicles now, to me, they're all the same. They're all the same front sloped nose and windshield. Like they're too standard across the board.
I totally agree.
Back in the day, they had great lines and curves, and you know, trucks were they weren't. You know, you didn't have that rake to them. They were level from the factory because they were there to do truck stuff. And the more I looked at the Ranger, the more I was all like, it looks like a sedan with a bed, quoting her. And I wanted it to, when someone looked at it, go, that's what a truck's supposed to look like.
You ruined him.
Well, I know you had those wheels, and I saw those. Like, what are you going to do with those wheels? I said, that might look cool there. And I remember you rolling them over there going, oh, and I can see the light bulb going off of like, uh-oh. I was like, well, that stock truck just died that day.
Yeah. So I knew I would level it just because every truck I've ever owned, I've leveled. I just prefer that level look. And then, I've spent a lot of time fixing and fitting. And I stuck the original 35 Bronco rim and tire on it. The back end clears, the front end didn't. I wasn't willing to cut fender wells. But 33
gear at it, you'll be fine,
right? So I put 33s on it. I got some KO3s, put those on the Bronco rims and tucked those up under on Friday, and it looks amazing. Like it looks like the truck should. Like that's how a Ranger should have come from the factory,
and it should be at Scooter's Loop soon.
It should. Oh, I should take that out. That'll be fun.
Stop it.
You should bring it to the Iron Gap.
No.
No. That'll be the Bronco.
He's still on 33s.
Right. But
Allie, you can't talk about anything you're doing for the events. I get it.
Just one thing.
Well, our friends IAG will be there, which is fun. Definitely.
Which they may be installing some stuff on Tuesday if I don't get it done.
Well, we have a phone mount for you here.
Yep.
From what is that guy's company's name?
Oh my gosh.
From Charlie
Bronco.
Rails.
Well, but he changed it.
Isn't it
Buck Rails or something?
It was Buck Your Bronco. Now it's Buck Rails.
Okay, that's what it was. I knew one way or the other.
Allie will have a to display a Buck Rail in hers thing there. I got to get some pictures and video of that the way too.
Yeah.
But that'll be fun.
What day are you guys all like? What day is everyone going to be there?
We'll be there.
We'll be on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yep.
I'm hoping I'll be there Tuesday afternoon because I'm trying to leave here early.
Yeah, most likely it'll be Tuesday afternoon for us or early evening.
Yeah.
It depends on if I'm passengering or if I have to drive over. Because if I have to drive over, then I can't leave until after work, or I have to figure out that part of it. But if I'm passenger, I can work from the passenger seat. And then we're just at the mercy of when Dave can leave.
I can leave whenever.
Bro.
So we got some gear. We got shirts. This is the ATN off-road shirt. So that's fun. We've got 8 All-Terrain Nation in red, and we have it in black coming. So
for some reason he was in Christmas mode when he ordered these t-shirts.
Hey man, it's a celebration, right?
Sure.
Christmas in April in Tennessee.
Yeah, it's not the July one. Though they keep bugging, like Mervin keeps, please come down, and I keep wanting to go down to that, but
okay, well, just tell them that we're coming, and we'll represent.
Your representatives.
Like we always do.
That's right. The B team will be there.
That's it.
But anyway, so that's our show tonight, guys. Thank you for joining. We've had a nice steady group of people here. We appreciate it. Remember, we're going to try to move the show to the All Terrain Nation podcast channel next month. So you'll still see stuff here, but the main group will be over there for the podcast. The
actual live part
topics.
We'll
clip topics and put them back on this channel. There is ATN Off-Road. So if you're into off-roading things, go there. That's where we will be posting our off-road videos that we do. We'll be exclusively over there. All Terrain Nation here is we review vehicles. This is what we do. It's the mainstay of the channel. So stick around. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And I want to refresh this real quick, Kelly. We're up to 9 subscribers on Bourbon Nation Media.
You started at 7.
Holy crap!
I know.
Slow down.
I know.
The money.
Big time.
The money's coming in. Let me tell you.
And I think we're both one of those 9.
Probably.
We are
7.
Right.
You're not. Woo! Looky there.
Look at that. So whether it be 2-wheel drive,
4-wheel drive.
does it matter what we drive?
It does not matter what you drive.
As long as it's got
you're
a
having fun.
It got a V8.
No, it doesn't have to be a V8.
It's a V8 that's drive.
Bye, guys.
Your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd,
Kelly Boyd,
Jess, Mark, and Alec Dubois. And we're out.
Bye,
Peace,
Maya.
everybody.
See ya.
And Maya.
And Maya. And we're out.